All right, we are on day 2 of 20 days of mixed media. This one is going to be Distress Spray Stain and Stencil Lift through a stencil. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I am probably going to add a little bit of Oxide spray just because it's on my desk, and I think it will be a cool effect as well. So also when you're doing these techniques and working through each day, make them your own as well. And I do suggest putting on the back of your panels exactly what colors you used and what technique you're doing. And then if you've prepped your paper with anything, or like if you we'll probably use paste on one of these days. So what paste you used and things like that, because then you can put these in a binder and create like a technique binder, and then you can refer back to them as you need to. So just a little tip there. All right, I have my Strathmore mixed media paper. I have my cooling rack. I'm gonna set that aside. I'm going to spritz my paper. And I'm just using whatever colors are on my desk here. So I have a little bit of bundled sage. And I'm going to try not to water this down too much, because we're going to get all of that texture from lifting up the design from the stencil. So it kind of needs to be a little more saturated. I'm going to add some of antique linen. The blue was speckled egg. Okay, and then let's do a little weathered wood. Maybe kind of in that corner there. About right there. And I'm just taking the nozzle out and then just adding that color like that instead of spraying it, because I want to have a little bit more control of how much of that weathered wood I add. All right, I'm going to take this pokey tool and I'm just going to hold that down just like that. And then I'm just gonna add just a tad bit of water to help that move around a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit more color where I feel like it needs it, because again, it needs to be pretty saturated in order to lift up that color through the stencil. So, okay, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of this speckled egg, Oxide. And I keep getting that purple on there. I need to clean my cooling rack here. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit up there, and then a little bit down there, and then hopefully I can splatter a little bit on there too. So I'm just barely tapping it. I'm not pushing down. Some of the nozzles you're able to push down a little bit and get a little bit of like speckles out. And then some of the nozzles, sprayers, you're not able to do that. So I just kind of shake it and then kind of get that out. Okay, now we're gonna dry this. All right, so I have this stencil here, and I'm just gonna grab a baby wipe and then just kind of lightly run over that stencil. I don't wanna like lift up any fibers or anything, right, from the paper, so I'm not like rubbing it really hard, but just enough. And then if you need to, if you're not seeing any of the color lift up, you can also add a little bit of water through that stencil. So let's see if it's, yep, perfect. I think I may add just a little bit of water and then take a paper towel and then lay that right over top, and then just kind of push that in those areas as well to get that color up too. There we go. You could see, got some of that color up. And let's see. Ooh, that is fun. Okay, so I'm gonna dry this. All right, so I'm actually going to take some of whatever's on my desk here. This was from the watercoloring that we did. And I'm just going to lightly add some splatters. That was probably not what I wanted. Let me just lift this up, and then that way I can add them sort of how I want. And then kind of want them a little over on this side. Then I can go in with some more water and then just kind of drop that on there, because I can't just have it like that, right? I have to have it a little bit more oomph to it. I'm going to take a paper towel and then just lift up some of that water. There we go. Just like that. Go in with some of this speckled egg. Add that just like that. And then I am just going to add a little bit of water, just like this. I want a little bit more green, so I'm just going to add the bundled sage, just like I did the speckled egg. And then we'll get kind of like a ghosting effect behind there. All right, I did go a little crazy with the water, so I am going to go back in with that stencil just in a couple little areas. Let me find baby wipe. And I'm just gonna just lightly get some of that color up off of this corner edge there. Perfect. And then I'll do, let's see, just like that. Oh, come on. I think it just slid everything. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna grab the color from this side as well. A little bit of it anyways. Perfect. Now it's not very like in your face, it's just a little subtleness with the because I did use Oxide here and here, and then there I used the stain up there. But I absolutely love this, and this is such a fun way to add more depth and interest to a background. If you end up giving this a try, be sure to tag me on social media. If you missed any of the days, be sure to check out the playlist as well as grab your free PDF download. The link is in the description box below. I cannot wait to see what you all create, so be sure to tag me on social media, and I will catch y'all later for day 3.